Oh my goodness. So many Bibles. Guys, I am so pumped about these Keep It Real Bibles. So check it out. It's the whole New Testament, but also there's Psalms and Proverbs in here. Some beautiful, beautiful poems from David himself. We have this whole box, this whole thing right here, and plenty more where that came from if you yourself want some of these Keep It Real Bibles. So check it out. All summer I've been traveling around to all these different camps on a Keep It Real tour. And on the last day of the summer, I met this one kid named Nathaniel. I was so inspired by his passion for the Word of God. He pulls his Bible out of his pocket. He's like, Laura, look, I've been reading it every day. And it's just so encouraging to hear that, how he told me how his faith has grown through the Word of God. And in that moment, I was like, buddy, we gotta film this. And so the camera was right there and we just casually started filming. And I wanted to show you guys that. So check it out.
This one, my best friend gave to me.
This one?
From church, yes. This is the Bible. He's like, I think you need one of these, and he handed it to me, and I'm like, all right, cool.
That's sweet, but how did he get that?
So there's a bunch, there's a stack of them in our church.
Sick. That's good. We want that.
Yeah.
Because we're like, I basically at times give them to my friends that are leaders, and I'm like, hey, give these out to teens and whoever.
Yeah, but I think that anyone who has one, I love it because it fits in my pocket.
Yes.
Like it just fits in my pocket, and like if you ask anyone, like I always am carrying it around with my journal and I'm writing down.
Are you literally?
Yeah, I'm literally in my cabin in our Bible studies and going through it. Like most days, I'm either up at the top of Keewaydin or something, and people are like, "Yo, Nathan, you're so full of Jesus. Like it's amazing, man.
Like,
it's super like hungry." And I'm like, "It's the Bible, right? You gotta live that way." But yeah, I just enjoy it so much, and I think it's just been an absolute, I guess, blessing. Just because it's small enough to fit in my pocket. Mm-hmm. But it's also something that really like shapes me for who I am, and I think just the fact that like people created something like this for people like me, and how it's actually like coming together and working.
Yeah, and like sure. I'm glad you like the version, because we got the basically plain English version, because I knew that with teens and everyone these days, like we don't want the long words, right? Like the huge things that we don't understand. Like I can't always bring a dictionary, so I'm like, let's get like the easiest version we can hand out.
I think what also is super helpful is in it, like all through, like I've been going through Psalms and stuff like that, but in each Psalm it sort of gives like a little like headline of what it's about. So I'll like flip through until like Psalms 20, 60 or whatever it is, and I'll just be like, oh, this is something I sort of wondering about, how about I read this? And then I'll read it and like I'll go through and I'll highlight it, or I'll go through like John and I'll highlight a whole bunch of stuff and I'll write it down, every verse I've ever highlighted in this entire Bible in my journal.
Seriously, same. So, that's what I do, especially through Psalms. I like underline, and then I'm like, oh, if I underline, I'm gonna write it out.
And then I have like little, so like if it's like a verse I like, then I'll highlight it like, just like with a thin highlighter.
Yeah,
but if
like on here, let's see some. This is sick.
So
I love it. Even there, the green. Sometimes something like stands out, right?
So see, I'll do like shallow, like small highlights, but if it's something that's super important, then like I'll like bold
it's thicker,
it, like
it's thicker, so then later when you go
so
back.
then I know when I'm going through it, I know that like there's certain like stories like feeding 5,000 or Jesus walks on water or the bread that gives life, or any of the stories like that I really enjoy reading, that I'll read like multiple times just to try and really get the meaning out of it, and just the fact that I can like highlight it, and I don't know, I just love it.
It's like your own thing. Great. It's easy to carry.
It is, right?
I love it. And
fantastic.
How do you decide what to read every day? Do you read in order, like you're like slowly going through, or is it like sometimes
I'll
different?
flip through and I'll get to like First Thessalonians, and that's what I'll read.
You're like, I haven't read
so I'll
that
just
yet.
flip through, and if I haven't highlighted it, then I'll just go through and I'll read it. Or if I'm doing a Bible study with someone, I'll follow along with it. If I catch anything that really like, I don't know, clings to me or jumps off the page at me, like I'll just highlight it, and that's just how I roll with it. And it's just great.
Dude, that is so exciting, because like honestly, I'm all the time traveling and I don't always get to hear the stories. So by you saying that and just sharing your heart, like that means so much, because I'm like, wow, it's actually doing something. The fact that a teenager is reading every day the Word of God just through a compact Bible that I just happen to hand out.
Yeah.
That means the world.
Yeah.
Dude. So let me know if you want some Bibles. So many of them here. So in Toronto, just message me and come meet up with me. I would love to hook you up. Whether you're a kid, teenager, youth worker, just let me know. We got tons. Peace.